Hey everyone, it's been a little bit and I wanted to do my second annual favorite gear of 2016 and I just realized it's March 1st, I'm 2 months overdue. But anyways, I don't like to focus on like big three or big four items, and I like instead to focus on small little things that I like and that I have found to be fun or critical to my backpacking kit. The one criteria I put on this is these are things that I have used for at least 100 days on the trail. And I think that gives me a pretty good idea of what I like about it. So anyways, I don't want to take up too much of your time. Let's dive in. So the first thing is a whistle, and this is a Fox 40 whistle. It is ballless, meaning that it does not have one of those small little balls inside a whistle like your old gym teacher used to have. What that does, the reason why I don't have one of those style is I don't want to be in the backcountry and have something break with that whistle and have that ball malfunction. This only weighs 10 grams, so it's nice and light. A lot of people will attach their whistle to their backpack, or they'll use a built-in whistle in their sternum strap. I always carry a separate whistle and I never attach it to my backpack. This stays in my front right pocket. And the reason being is there are times in the backcountry when you are not around your backpack. Maybe you get up in the middle of the night and go to the privy, you're hanging out, around the campfire, situations like that. In the event that I couldn't get to my whistle in my backpack, by having it on my person at all times, it still enables me to create a bigger distress signal and use it. So again, just a simple ballless whistle, only weighs 10 grams, small price to pay for a life-saving device. This is the Big Sky Dream Sleeper Pillow. This is the ultralight version. There are two versions. There's a regular, which weighs, I believe, 2 ounces, and this version here, which is 1.5 ounces. I have searched long and hard at pillows. I've done the Sea to Summit pillows. I've tried almost every pillow on the market, and this is the pillow that works for me. Again, everybody has a personal preference for pillows. I'm a side sleeper. I also have broad shoulders, so my head is lifted up. This is the pillow that I found that provides enough lift. Now I do have another video of my favorite sleep system. This past summer I stopped using that particular stuff sack, and I found that I could just put my puffy on top of this, and I slept like a champ. Some people think that pillows are a luxury. For me, a pillow is a necessity. Let me quick blow it up and show it to you. So here it is blown up. There's a little bit of thickness over on this end, and it tapers a little bit here. I usually kind of sleep down towards this end. This pillow also comes with kind of like a velvet, maybe not velvet, like a soft fleece fabric pillowcase. I went ahead and got rid of that. I didn't really need it. So with the stuff sack in this weighs 1.5 ounces. You can buy it off the Big Sky International website, or you can also get it off of Amazon. The problem with Amazon is you have to really make sure that you're getting the ultralight pillow and not just the regular pillow. Again, it's only a ½ ounce difference between the two, 2 ounces versus 1.5 ounces. So, I mean, it's not that huge of a, crisis if you do get the regular one, unless you are, really like a super ultralight backpacker. Both of them are of great quality, and this one I have over 200 nights on the trail with, and it still works great. In the colder months, I take a balaclava and I just kind of thread it through so it's a little bit warmer, and then I just wear a beanie in bed. But again, this is the Big Sky Dream Sleeper by Big Sky International. This is the ultralight version, weighs 1.5 ounces with the little carry sack. They also make a regular version at 2.0 ounces. And real quick, let me clarify, those weights I gave you are minus the accessories it comes with, just the pillow and the sack. So anyways, I love it. If you're a side sleeper who is getting frustrated with pillows, I would recommend giving this a try. This is the Human Gear GoBites fork and spoon combination. If you remember my video from Favorite Gear of 2015, I praised a long-handled titanium spoon that had a polished bowl, and I really liked it. And then I discovered this and completely fell in love with this. The first thing that I really enjoyed about this was the way it feels in the mouth. It just has a more pleasant feeling, if that makes any sense. It's not, it doesn't have that very metal feeling to it. So that was the very first thing. This weighs 0.8 ounces together, or 23 grams. The other thing I really like about it, and those of you that have folding utensils, if you are eating food, sometimes you get food particles in the areas that fold. It can be a little bit harder to clean. For example, if you've ever had the Mountain House lasagna, I don't know what type of nuclear processed cheese they use, but that stuff sticks to everything. Because you don't have any moving parts or hinges, everything cleans off very nicely. So that was another big thing. Two other big things that I really like is, as you can see, these come apart, and you can use these individually. So if you've got a shorter pot, you don't need to have everything extended out. You can use these individually, or there's a very nice attachment system that just slides in and it locks into place. So now if you're eating out of tall freezer bags, prepared freeze-dried meals, you now have the length to get into the bottom of a bag without getting your knuckles filled with sauce. And again, you gotta really kind of pull these apart hard. And like I said, I've been using these for 8 months now, and I've yet to go into a meal and have these fall apart. They hold together real well. There is a little ridge right here that just slides in. When you're finished, you can stow them, and there we go. And it just slides down like so. And then these can stow like that. If you forced me to say one negative thing about this, and I'm really splitting hairs here, it would be that this does not nest inside a pot. So this is a 750 milliliter Tokes pot. And if you remember this is one of my favorite pieces of gear of all time. This is the Gosper Gear warm sack. I love it. And so it doesn't nest inside the pot, but that's no problem. Just slide it between the pot and the cozy, pull it shut. No big deal. Everything still is contained within your stuff sack. So again, this is the Human Gear GoBites fork and spoon combination. This weighs 0.8 ounces or 23 grams. And it's just something that makes me look forward to eating in the backcountry. These are little paper towel tablets that are dry, and then when you add water, they rehydrate into a larger paper towel. And I really love these. I first found these on Packet Gourmet in their accessory site. They had a small package on sale, and I thought, oh, let's check them out. It might be novel, but what the heck. So I got it, and I just put like 3 or 4 in my first aid kit, because that's what I was thinking was these might be good for, if I get like a nice larger cut. Well, wouldn't you know it, a week later, I'm backpacking in Pennsylvania, and I'm in an area called the Pinnacle. A lot of rocks there. Get my trekking pole caught in a rock, and I go diving forward. And I got about a 4-inch long gash down the front of my lower leg from my knee down into my shin. And the first thing I thought of was, how am I going to clean this up? Had I had what I regularly brought, sure, I would have figured out a way to get it clean. But this made things so much easier. I was able to rehydrate these, add a little camp soap to it, and I could do a proper cleaning of my leg. I was then able to bandage it up, and I had no problems. I had no infection, and it healed. I mean, you know, I got a little bit of a scar from the scabbing, but I had no problems because I was able to properly treat my leg. I have since gone on in the last year. I've had three falls that were big enough to where I got cut to where I didn't have to get up the trail, but I did need the use of this. And so I'm gonna go ahead and rehydrate one. But real quick, one of these tablets weighs between 1 and 2 grams. So as a matter of fact, this is how much it takes to make 1 ounce. These are 15 tablets, and well, I think it's 29 grams. 28 grams is an ounce, so this came out to 29 grams. So 15 of these to make 1 ounce. You can take 2 ounces worth, and if you're going on an AT through hike, you've basically got enough wipes for 30 days. Outside of using it for first aid purposes, I started rehydrating on my through hike last summer. I was rehydrating one a night, and I was able to clean the, you know, the essentials, as you would say, and it just helped me feel a little fresher each night. These are wood pulp and paper. One word of caution is if you buy these offline, they do make these in rayon. So you have to watch your choice of packing it out or trusting its biodegradability and burying it. For these, I pack these out. I bury my toilet paper, but I pack these out. These are a little stronger. You know, I haven't done any science, but they're gonna take longer to break down. It's easier for me to just pack them out and then deposit it at the garbage can every couple days. This style here is made out of wood pulp, and it does claim to be biodegradable. So let's go ahead and hydrate one. It just takes a couple drops. You can see it start to expand. That's usually all we need. Might need a little more. So it pops out. And look, folds out to a size of a traditional wet wipe. What's nice about this is there's no scent or perfume in this. So if you are gonna say wipe your underarms or, you know, another sensitive area of your body, you don't have to worry about perfumes irritating the skin, especially if you've been hiking all day. You can be prone to that. What I really like is, and I don't want to pontificate or get on my soapbox, but I really enjoy using camp soap with this for you know, cuts that are bigger than something that Band-Aid could cover. I just, you know, I work in healthcare. I just believe in proper first aid and proper cleaning. I hear a lot on YouTube or Facebook where people say hand sanitizer is the only thing you need to bring. It makes me cringe a little bit, particularly because it's well accepted in the medical community that alcohol-based sanitizer does not kill norovirus, and that's generally what most hikers bring is alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Every year, if you're a big through hiker enthusiast, there's always 1 or 2 norovirus outbreaks. Norovirus is transmitted through contact with fecal matter. So again, this is, you know, a little half-ounce vial of camp soap. Goes a long way for treating cuts, as well as washing your hands prior to eating. And then with the addition of this, you know, you get it wet, you've got yourself a washcloth. It is a small weight penalty, in my opinion, to be hygienic in the backcountry. I know we like to talk about hiker trash and not showering, but there can be downfalls to not taking care of your body and hygiene in the backcountry. So anyways, not to get off on the tangent there, but this is a wonderful combination. I mean, this is between 1 and 2 grams, and half ounce of camp soap. I mean, 1 or 2 drops will generally get your purpose done for what you need to have done. And then individually, you can just put some water on it and just wipe off some surface dirt and sensitive areas. So again, this is a multi-purpose wipes. You can search for them. You can get tons off of Amazon. Just put you could put paper towel tablets, dry paper towel pods. I mean, I can't even tell you what I searched for. Once after I ran out of mine from Packet Gourmet, they're cheaper off of Amazon. But yeah, and as a matter of fact, I will link a link below to these. Just one quick reminder, just remember there are different fabric styles. Try and make sure you get the 100% wood pulp and not the rayon or synthetic style. In the event that you do need to bury it in the backcountry or use it as fire starter or whatever, get something that's a little bit more environmental friendly. Okay. All right, lastly, and this is my most favorite thing, if you saw my post Appalachian Trail through hike gear review, you saw that I mentioned that this was my favorite piece of gear because it just, to me, had so many different uses. Its primary use, this is the Zpacks rain kilt. And so you can see here, this is the large version. It weighs 0.7 ounces or 20 grams, extremely light. And it's very simple. Just slip your legs through here, put the zipper in the back, you cinch, and then depending on your stride, you can then open up the zipper in the back to give you a proper stride. I wear shorts in the summer and pretty much all the time, and this keeps my clothing dry. I still get breathability coming up in my legs. I don't feel clammy. And with the carbon fiber, the rain just runs right off it. It's not permeable. It's not the most breathable thing, but that's where having the ventilation coming under comes into play. It's a really good, solid, all-around piece of kit. Now, if you don't want to spend the money on a carbon fiber kilt, a sil nylon rain kilt does a tremendous job. And as a matter of fact, a sil nylon kilt will do everything that I'm about ready to talk about why I love this thing even more. So aside from it being a lightweight piece of rain gear, I also, as you can see, it lays out real nice and flat. And what I started finding myself doing is I always keep this in the outside front pocket, and I would set my pack down and I'd pull it out and I'd lay this down and I would be able to just put whatever I wanted, down on it. And when you're dealing with varying shades of terrain, when you set this down, you get one color, you can kind of see things. And so it's easier to track things. So that was the big thing. And this, every night I got to camp, I set my pack down and I would basically let my pack explode, but I let it explode right here. And I could see everything I needed while I was setting up my tent or, getting things ready. It's very rare that I sleep in a shelter. I prefer to sleep in my tent. However, there were 2 times last summer that I did take advantage of a shelter. I don't bring a sleep pad Tyvek sleeve, and what I did was I used this. And I used my poncho, and then I also used this, so I could lay this down, and then lay my sleeping pad on top. So again, this is real nice and long. I'll put the dimensions in the video here. The other thing I would do too is, say I was going to take a nice long break, I would go ahead and put my butt pad here, and I would sit on that, and then I would lay back so my torso was on this. And then again, I just had a little bit more protection. I am extremely paranoid about ticks, and so I try and keep barriers to make a tick's job a little harder to get on me. And especially growing up in the Mid-Atlantic states, you know, we're in the hotbed of tick country. There's one last thing that I actually found myself doing every single night on the trail. And what I did was, when I would go to sleep, I would hang my food, and then my pack would go in the vestibule. And I like system-y things, and I like things in the same place every night. So I would lay in my tent, and I would either edit a video, or I would read like a little book Kindle on my phone, and I would have my phone charging at the same time. And when I was finished, I would go ahead and place everything on top of my, you know, on the inside of my pack. But if it was raining out, and I had a pack cover, if you have a standard pack cover and it's raining, you know, it's like cocooned in. What I found myself doing was cinching the bottom of this, so it makes a little, you know, a little basket. And then, and yes, brand new pack. All right, I had to stop video there. So I would go ahead and put my pack inside, and then in the vestibule, I would sit it upright. So I could open up my you know, the screen door and put things in here, you know, as I finished using it. And then that way I kept things organized in the pack. But additionally, the pack stayed upright in my vestibule, and I would just kind of overlap, take this, cinch it up, fold it like that, put it down like this, and I avoided backsplash of rain coming, you know, coming down off the tent and, you know, bouncing back underneath the vestibule. And it just kind of kept things protected a little bit better. And I did this every single night, and I loved it. And then in the morning, I would just take my pack out, undo this, and I would set this right outside the foot of my tent so I could put everything on it, so I could just pack it up nice and organized. So again, this is the Zpacks rain kilt. Get it for the rain protection. Love it for all the other uses. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed. Leave any comments below. Like I said, these are just small little things that I enjoy on the trail. If you have any little things that you like, leave them below. Thanks.